Drizzle, 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 drizzle. Yeah, y'all know it. This been like nice little run. And as far as it goes, I could say that because I was inspired by the drizzle, drizzle, and I just started just kind of like doing this. I mean, when I came out, I don't think I came out to try to be attacking nobody. I mean, like most people think they come out, they like you got these guys out here and it's straight attack. You got females out here, women, straight attack. And it's like you're only fighting yourself, right? I mean, literally, you really only fighting against yourself. When you trying to challenge people and go against them, or you ain't doing nothing but debating against yourself, because people gonna do what they're gonna do anyway. Like, I mean, these guys out here, they're gonna do what they're gonna do. These females and these women out here, they're gonna do what they're gonna do. So it's like you could sit here and you could try to get your talking points across all day long, but for the most part, it basically falls on deaf ear. Now, if you're willing to sit here and just try to think, well, maybe I can help somebody to get some understanding, then maybe that might help. And I think that's what I'm trying to do. Like literally, I feel like I'm the buffer in between. Like that, I basically want myself. I mean, if I have to look at it like that, yeah, I'm the drizzler. Yeah, that's me. I'm the drizzler. That's me. Okay, but being the drizzler, I'm the buffer in between. You know what I mean? Like I'm not like the person who, oh, I'm in my soft guy era and you gonna do this for me, you gotta do that for me, and you gotta, and you, and it's like, I mean, like the difference between me, like I said on my first video ever in the soft guy era, like I've been in my soft guy era, like I've been in my soft guy era for years, so it's like one, like a lot of these cats, this just something kind of new for them, so they just like outrageous with it, you feel what I'm saying? But once you done been in it for a while, you start to calm down, and once you learn how to start calming down, then it's like ain't no use in me trying to demand nothing from a woman or try to make her do nothing for me, or like, because you basically done got into the mode where you completing and complete it for yourself. You know what I mean? Like, you stop depending on people after a while. Like, this one thing about women, one thing about a man is once a man feel like he done got in that position where you a good woman to him and he's figure out like, dog, she a good woman, I'm a good dude, we compatible, we make it with each other, then he just start to get like kind of mellow. He gonna mellow on out. And then he just gonna go into his mode, his man mode, the way he gonna start doing. But for the most part, these type of women out here, they make it hard for us to really be real man. So I'm just telling you, I'm just being honest with you. You know what I mean? That's why I had to have my orangutan on. I like my orangutan. I gotta laugh at him. You know what I mean?
I just watched a video where women were asked about dating a man who is a perfect 10, only to be told he uses an Android phone instead of an iPhone. Surprisingly, they all said they wouldn't date him because they assumed he didn't have money. It's worth noting that there are Android phones in the same price range as iPhones. The main issue here is that these women are so focused on money that they believe only guys with iPhones are worth dating because they must have genuine wealth. According to these women, guys with Android phones are considered poor. Ever heard of Samsung flagship phones, ladies? Apparently not. This obsession with money leads women to overlook other important aspects of a man, such as his character and looks. They simply want a man who can afford the latest iPhones every year, as it means better pictures for their social media accounts.
And that's the thing, ladies. I mean, like, don't get it twisted. Like, I mean, I go at these men hard too. I mean, I'm it's what it is. But like, y'all are so caught up in materialistic things. Like, you have lost the value of self. And I kind of see it now. That's why I say I see a lot of females that don't care nothing about themselves and they degrade themselves and they think that's bringing value to themselves, but it's really not. You really leaving yourself out there and exposed to the world. You know what I mean? And when you finally do meet good, high value man that you really looking for, he ain't gonna really want to be with you because even if you try to present him this modest woman, it's like he gonna be able to look at your past like and be like thought. Then he present this back to you, and you're gonna be like, oh no, that's when it was my thought days. That's when I was going through a thing. And he gonna be like, all right, yeah, well, what's your body count? And that's when you gonna sit there and be like, not wanting to be real with the situation. But then when you find out later, then it's a problem. Then you crying because you didn't want to be honest from the jump and let him know, yeah, I was hot thought. I went through my hot days, my body count high. I mean, it is what it is. But I mean, I'm gonna lay it all out here for you, and I'm gonna put it on the table. Whatever happened, happened. But I mean, so if he feel like you being honest and you real with him, he might gonna be like, you know what, man, bump all that. I ain't gonna never meet none of the people you mess with anyway. We don't even live in the same state. You know what I mean? So it's like doggone, it's what it is. You know what I mean? You might be able to move away and find some happiness. You know? I mean, I left where I was from and I found happiness, but I found happiness and peace in the Creator. You know what I mean? The Most High. You know what I mean? Then He sent the real true my way. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't had to be like out here searching and looking and searching because you ain't never gonna find happiness. And when I was out here trying to find and look and search, you looking for love in all the wrong places. You know what I mean? You don't find love, just cracked faces, sad cases. So I'm just being honest with y'all now so y'all can understand, female. So don't take it personal. It's just what it is. Just, try to do better. That's all I could tell you. I don't know what else to say.
This materialistic mindset is concerning. This obsession with wealth is partly fueled by a sense of entitlement.
I'm asking it because I've seen like rich guys, successful guys, and they're like mid 30s, 29, 35s, and they just call us gold diggers just for being female energies. You know what?
Okay, now and this basically, you know what I mean. I don't know this that. These guys I never really got deep into. Like I really never really watched this. I mean, I seen like clips and bits of them. I got one right now, but basically these women are basically like OnlyFans models and they got like what they call Instagram, Twitter accounts and stuff like that, and some of them basically do like pornography, pornography. Like this is how these women basically made money. Now the problem with it is now is they've made money, but then it's like they are not satisfied in life because they done put themselves so far out there. Every time somebody see them, they know them, they recognize them. So, and even the men they're looking for, these men ain't just finna mess with these women because a lot of these men, they investigate before they even start dealing with them. So what's happening is these high value men, because this is what these women are looking for. Once they try to get them, they gonna investigate. Oh shit, she an OnlyFans. I ain't dealing with her. Oh, she doing pornography. No, I can't mess with her. Listen, Instagram, I ain't Twitter. You know what I mean? I can't. So it's like really these women, they be, how you say, they mess up themselves early. They, you know what I mean? They put themselves out there to be thoughts and bops. You know what I mean? Prostitutes, and it's like they then once they done made all this money off all these tricks, then it's like okay, they got money, but they ain't got no happiness because they don't want the tricks. They just want the tricks money. See, tricks. That's what I had to tell y'all fellas about being tricks. Y'all want to be tricks all you want, but I'm telling you, these women accept your money, but they ain't gonna accept you. You feel what I'm saying? They gonna be looking for a man making more than what they made. Now you gotta understand, you put all these tricks together, they done made a lot of money, but you ain't got none. So it's not like they gonna say, oh, I'm gonna bypass to get, nah, they don't want that. They want a high value man. So if they making 6 figures, he gotta be making more than 6 figures or above their 6-figure rate. And that's what's happening. And they looking at it like these men don't want to deal with that. See, they thinking these men got private investigators can investigate themselves, and it ain't hard to find out what these women doing now. You know what I mean? So it's what it is. Let me continue.
Yeah, no. I think that's what makes us scared of being honest.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but all girls look for guys that make more money.
And then you heard what she say? That's what make us scared of being honest. So that let you know right there, they don't be trying to, they know they can't tell these men what time it is. But then again, if you don't, then you find out, then you ain't got nobody. So it's like, listen, you gonna have to bite the bullet anyway. One way or another, you gonna have to be honest with yourself and honest with the person you dealing with. If that person you dealing with, you honest with them, then guess what? You found somebody. But if you sit there and you try to be dishonest with them, then you're gonna end up like these women, looking stupid on the show like this, trying to figure out how to convince these men to be with you. And that's just not gonna work. Because even these dudes, the only thing, they'll sit there all day long and say, oh no, I ain't gonna be with you, I ain't gonna be, but you seen what's happening behind the scenes, they messing with them. So they try to make it look good for the camera, but after they off the camera, then it's a whole different picture. You know what I mean? That's why they can't have no good woman. Because they want these thoughts and boxes. You feel me? That's why they around them. That's why they got them around them. Because that's what they want too. They want thoughts and box like these, but these women still looking for a value man. How they make their money is off of having these women around them just to build their platforms. And it's like, this is what it is. And then try to say, oh no, I don't mess with them, I'm better than that. Like, nah, dude, you just what it is. You just like them. So to stop trying to perpetrate the fraud, dude. Because you're going to be found out. So everybody who think they're going to perpetrate the fraud and they're going to do this today and they ain't going to be found out tomorrow, a year, 2, 3, 10 down the line. You know, it is what it is. I already told y'all, I laid it out on the line. So whatever come back to me in my past, I can at least tell you it is my past. But promise you this, it ain't been going on in my life for years and years and years. So, hey, you be mad at me, drizzle. But like I say, as far as it goes, you need to understand this is what time it is. And these women need to understand. They need to understand that these men like that dude don't really care nothing about him either. He's just gonna use and abuse them. And then, like I say, they're looking for a man to be on that level and be making more money than them. When really they need to come down off their horse and just find them a good man that's gonna care about them and love them, no matter what the frick they past look like. But because it's some out here that will. But they don't want them. They want to do who don't want them. And don't want them because of the decisions they done made in their life. And that man who's high value, he's not going to be able to get past that. Just telling y'all, drizzle. So.
My thing is this: if you don't want to be a gold digger as a woman, reciprocate value. And what I mean by that is, if the guy's making money, right, and he's successful, you don't just come in and be an annoying bimbo not doing shit. That's what most hot girls do, and that's why they get labeled a gold digger and useless. But when you come in, you add value, you make his life easier, you're pleasant to be around, you make him look good in front of his friends, you're helping him out with. You see him like he's trying to book a trip or something, like I'll take care of that for you. You're helping him with like bullshit that he doesn't want to know.
And see, this is what I'm saying when it comes down to these dudes. They be feeding these girls garbage because they trying to get with them. Literally, a man making 6 more figures, 7 figures, he's not gonna want them anyway. No matter what the freak they do, like it's just what it is. Like it's just, I'm just being honest. You know what I mean? Like I say, they the chance of them. Listen, the chances of them finding a man on that level that they looking for, they have a better chance of getting hit by a bus on a clear sunny day with no traffic. So I'm just telling you, it's what it is. They feeding them points so that they can doggone, like I say, pull these women in so that they can get the benefit of it. You know what I mean? But that's all it is. Like I say, that's why I don't be sometimes, why I never really listen to this mess, because I already know what it was about. You feel what I'm saying? Why they making money off them. So shit, they already been exploiting, they exploit themselves, so guess what? They was further exploited by these dudes. So what it is what it is. You know what I mean? So women, be careful, because y'all love running into the trap. Y'all, you got females out here that set traps up for you. These bimbos, thoughts and bops and prostitutes, they set traps up for y'all. And y'all fall right for the trap. Hey, it is what it is.
Necessarily do. Like, that's when you're adding value. He can't call you a gold digger then. He can't, because you're adding value. Women only get called gold diggers when they're useless. So.
And see what he mean?
All women are gold diggers. Some are just better at hiding the shovel. And what I mean by that is all women.
Did you hear what he just said? But you see how people, you see, that's why I told you. You see how he just switched up? If you had value, then he ain't gonna see you as a gold digger. He gonna see you as whoop to do this and that. Man, these men making all this money, they don't need you. They got accountants and secretaries and clerks and employees to do all this work for. What they need you for? Women, get with the program. Wake up. I'm sorry. Like I said, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. But somebody got to give you this bad news. You know what I mean? Like literally, these men, these high value men got secretaries, people, employees that work for them, accountants, lawyers. Like they got shit. They can afford to buy a woman. Like literally. And the majority of the females that surround them want to be with them, and they professional. So I mean, the only thing you could do is just say, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna just change my whole life around. And then you have to become a subservient woman that wants to be committed and is able to actually be able to deal. And most of y'all don't have that kind of attitude. Y'all coming in with I deserve, privileged. You know what I mean? High minded. Like, you know what I mean? You coming in with it with the wrong and bad attitude. Those men will never you can't think that you could take a Pookie and Ray Ray mindset to a high value man. It doesn't work. You know what I mean? So you got to you can be able to actually change your whole demeanor, life around. It ain't about how good you look. Cause like, believe it or not, females, beautiful, pretty girls come a dime a dozen to these dudes. Like literally. A dime, 10 cents, a dime, a dozen, 10 cents a dozen. And a lot of these beautiful women would rather take care of the one man who got it all because they know he got it. If they in that position, he in that position, then what he need. So wake up. Just wake up. Like literally. I no use in sleeping on yourself. You know what I mean? So like I say, you got to get with the program. You got to know what's right and how to go about actually handling your business. And if you want a good man, hey, you got to come down up off that pedestal. You know what I mean? Because you'll never get it on that because you trying to jump up and leap to another. And you know what you're going to do? You're going to jump up and leap off that pedestal and go, ah! Did I do who on the pedestal right up underneath you that you need to come down to? He gonna watch you go right past him. Straight to the ground. So I'm just being honest, man. Like I say, I don't like to be the man who
are hypergamous, which means they all want to date up and get a man better than themselves. Some girls mask it by saying, I want a guy that's ambitious. Some girls mask it by saying, I want a guy that's educated. Some girls mask it by saying, I want a guy that works really hard and matches my energy. Either way, women always look for a man's potential and ambition and his future when mating, which inherently means they are interested in that man's ability to provide in the future, which makes them a gold digger to a degree.
Drizzle, drizzle.